Alright, so this is one of the more, adding some bit of technical into the miniatures. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking I'm doing the muzzle burn on the front of the melters. So I'm taking some Reichland fleshshade and I'm going over the brass at the front of the gun. Then when that's dry, or waiting for that to dry, I'll go through and I'll do all the edge highlighting, and the edge highlighting on the weapon with a dark grey. And I'll be deliberately a little bit messy and out of the lines on the guns, because once that's dry, I'll wash the black part of the weapon with Tamiya panel liner, and it actually comes up looking like scratches and battle damage, but it's not as stark and as brutal as actually having, you know, big, nasty, obvious brush strokes. It's actually muted it down a bit. Then once the flesh shade's dry, I come back over about 2/3 from the end of the gun with Luxor purple contrast, and then I'll sit them down for a bit. Always go stroke towards the end of the gun, because the paint will pool where the brush lifts off the model. So go from the back of the gun, go forward and stroke that way. And then I have a bit of a break waiting for the paint to get tacky, because for some reason contrast gets tacky. You can see me doing some other projects. I do their missile launchers up the top there. And then once that Luxor is nice and tacky, I come back over with drakenhof Nightshade and I do the last third of the gun over the tacky Luxor. And that mixes it in really nicely. And I wait for that to almost fully dry. And you see me friggin' taking a little bit of time doing another side project, doing some Aquita cannons, bombards, while I wait for that to dry. And then I come back over the very, very tip of the burner with some panel liner. And yeah, that's the muzzle flash burn and the edge highlighting in grey done.
I saw the city passing by my window. Was in the crowd, but I felt so alone. Looked at my phone like every other second. My future was blurry and numb, a tunnel where there's no light. Oh, but then you came and sat right next to me. Your eyes, they glowed and filled me up. We had never met before that time, but I just knew that we'd end up. You took it, you took it, took away my loneliness. Oh, I know it, I know it. You're making me wholehearted. Together, together it's always better. I don't want to be parted. You're making me wholehearted. You're making me wholehearted. We jumped off the subway leading nowhere. Your warm hands rubbed off the cold around me. I heard you say that everything is alright, but how did you know how I felt? You saw right through me that day. I was lost in space, but you pulled me down and wiped away those cloudy thoughts. I could see the sky when you were close to me. I can't believe what you brought. You took it, you took it, took away my loneliness. Oh, I know it, I know it. You're making me wholehearted. Together, together it's always better. I don't want to be parted. You're making me wholehearted. You're making me wholehearted. I will always remember it, how you turned everything around. I will always remember it, how you got me off the battleground.